the topic is much more relevant in today's context. We are talking about culture and standardization. Let's just take a step to understand the functions of university remain unchanged for several thousands of years. Selection, support, transformation become an imperative function of a university or a higher education landscape. And today's context has become much more relevant to the audience we cater. When we talk about any institution which is institutional obsessed, they will have the process, they will have the standardization, and they will have a clear mandate. SOPs, why we are doing it? The purpose of SOP is to give clarity. Number one is clarity, speed, transparency. And for example, if they need to know the predicted outcome confidence, SOPs has to be there. And the generation we catering to, for example, it's a blinkage generation. They need to know the transparency, what is being involved. And they, if 85% of your problems are solved, if there is a process, and if you ask them to go through that process, 85%, it's much more clearer. That's why it is much more relevant. And today's context, it becomes much more imperative to see how we function and execute the SOP. And when you blend it with the culture, the organization, when I said institutional obsession, where organization believes in these processes, it becomes highly communicable with all the stakeholders in the ecosystem, which includes faculty, which includes students, which includes parents. One of the strong pillar of this engagement is the parents. They need to understand how is this going to unfold. What is the turnaround time for specific information which I need to ask for? That has to be clear. Gone are the days I put in something I expect for days and years to come in. That's all gone. Today people want to know, I put in, when can I expect a response? Not just response, resolution is the key. After resolution, I want to rate you. That's the ecosystem which is driving in. Once we have this process well, then this will create a good experience. This good experience will turn them into engagement in the process with the standardization and with the process. It has to be individual, institution-centric standardization process. It cannot be global. It cannot be compared with others because every institution is very genuinely unique. No two institutions can be mirror to each other. It's a unique institution for itself. That's where the engagement becomes the key. This will drive to excellent, and automatically the fourth E is the employability. Automatically, if you give them great experience in the campus, engage them very well, and this will push them towards excellence in whatever they do, whichever the area they chose to, become a fine professional, that will become an employability. I want to drive this across this triple E and 4E concept through this, and this is very important in today's context. I hope I've taken my time, but happy to address more questions. Thank you.